Last week, we saw history being made in the NBA as Stephen Curry was finally able to get his hands on the one trophy he hadn't touched. The Golden State Warriors managed to win the 2022 season of the NBA against the Celtics, and that would be Curry's fourth ring, who dominated the postseason and was the clear choice for Finals MVP. Today, we'll be looking at Stephen Curry's NBA Finals MVP win and everything else that's happened in the world of the NBA. First up, Stephen Curry wins NBA Finals MVP. In his 8th season, Stephen Curry cemented his legacy as one of the all-time greats after winning his first NBA Finals MVP. The Golden State Warrior point guard was the clear choice for this year's MVP award, which could be seen by the votes. Curry managed to win unanimously by taking all 11 votes. He'd previously won the regular season MVP award twice. Perhaps adding this one to the trophy case completes the set for the chef. Curry had one of his best seasons, creating an average of 31.2 points per game. He averaged 6 rebounds and 5 assists per game. The 34-year-old had previously been called out for being carried by his teammates, but in this season, no one could doubt that he was the best player on the court. With this accomplishment, Curry's name is among the elite of the elite. Only 6 people have had 4 NBA rings to go along with a pair of regular MVP awards and a Bill Russell MVP Finals award. The other 5 would be Tim Duncan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson. Quite a list, isn't it? Where does Curry stand on the list of GOATs? Before this season, not many people would have included Curry in their top 10 all-time list. Wouldn't even be surprised if you left him out of your top 10. This season has definitely changed a lot of people's perspectives. You could blame it all on recency bias, but if you look at it from a different standpoint, you'll see that Curry's accomplishments in the NBA kind of flow under the radar. The only thing we're doing is shining a light on everything. Curry has always been a standout. There's very little argument that he's the best shooter in the history of the game. The man practically changed the way people shoot three-pointers. The real question is, when we look at the all-time greats, where does Curry rank? The players on everyone's list would be Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain. Do you think it'd be fair to put his name among all these legends? The widely believed narrative of the sport is that the new players are probably a lot better than the old ones. The game has advanced. More people are aware of the sport. There's more knowledge on high-level training, coaching, recovery, and nutrition. So even though today's players might have that extra athletic talent and modern facilities, some of the old guys did just as well without any of it. On the other hand, if you look at the way Curry's career has gone by as compared to most top prospects, you'll see a little difference. In most cases, the new talent is poached by one of the big teams, and they let the new star shine. Stephen Curry has played for the Golden State Warriors for many years, and he's practically made the team what it is today. The value of the Warriors is almost 10 times as much as it was when Curry first joined. With this season, we might see them hit the $5 billion mark. Taking all these factors into consideration, you might make a case for Curry to be in the top 15 or even top 10. His career isn't over yet. We still might see him get his hands on a few more rings. The sky's the limit for him. Let's see how far he goes. Now, the final between the Warriors and the Celtics. The final score was 103-90 in favor of the Warriors. In the 6th and final game, the Golden State Warriors put on a dominant performance in which we even saw them go 21-0. The players were all in enemy territory. Early on in the first quarter, the Celtics managed to have a 14-2 lead, which was overcome by the Warriors as they managed to win the first quarter by 5 points. As the second quarter started, the Celtics couldn't score a point for about 2 minutes. This was where we saw the dominant series clinching 21-0 run from the Warriors. In fact, it's the biggest lead we've seen in NBA Finals in the last 50 years. The Warriors even led by 15 points at the midpoint of the game. Even though Boston's known for their comebacks in the second half, the Warriors were relentless and the ball kept rolling in their favor. The match ended and the Warriors were ready for their 4th 4th NBA title in the last 8 years. Talk about a dream team. Curry attributed the victory to their experience and championship-level mindset. He said that they built this team for more than a decade. At the beginning of the season, the Celtics were in the lead of 2-1. It was by the effort of the San Francisco squad to win 3 games in a row and secure the title. Curry mentioned this post-match when he said that no one expected them to make it in the beginning of the season, yet they still managed to do so. Now, in other related news, Beal making a big move. Bradley Beal is firm on his decision about where he'd be playing from next season. The only problem is that he's not ready to tell people what he's decided yet. In an interview, he said that it would be unfair for him to talk about the future contract while he's currently under a contract right now. The Washington Wizards would be looking to reserve him and lock him in for a long contract, but the recent rumors and Beal's comments mean that this isn't the only possible scenario. Beal's the biggest name available right now, and a number of teams would be lining up to get their hands on him. Teams are allowed to present their offers and negotiate with their client starting from the 30th of June. Only the Wizards were allowed to offer a 5-year contract that could be worth around $250 million. The rest of the teams can offer a 4-year contract that are capped off at $184 million. Now what to expect from the 2022-2023 season. The 2021-2022 season has ended. The Golden State Warriors take the championship home, and there's a party to be expected in the locker rooms. San Francisco will likely have a parade in honor of their team, but after that, it's back to the grindstone. The 2022-23 season is almost here. In just a few days, the drafts will be starting. The top 3 picks for this season are looking to prove their potential, and we'll be seeing free agency in about 2 weeks. Looks like we're already into the next one. The Warriors' win was in the 75th season of the NBA. As the offseason starts, we'll see a lot of movement and some non-movement that could be a shock to many of you. King James is about to enter his 20th season. Many of us are expecting him to finally break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record and become the all-time leading scorer of the NBA. He could also be looking to extend his contract with the Lakers, which would be worth around $100 million for the next 2 seasons after this one. Before the previous season started, Brooklyn was the favorite to win the whole thing according to the betting odds. Right now, the chart is led by the Warriors, followed by the Celtics, leaving Brooklyn in first place. If you're smart, you'll never take these odds seriously, but it does say something, doesn't it? Next, Kim and Kanye meet at a game. Looks like they're keeping it civil and doing their best to be amazing parents. On Friday, the separated couple of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian were seen at a basketball court in Thousand Oaks, California. Northwest, their daughter, had a game, and they wanted to watch it and be there to support her. The two sat close to each other and were even seen exchanging words that didn't seem to be hostile at all. Ye hasn't been making many public appearances ever since his divorce got finalized, and the news went out in the public. He's had a series of back and forth with Pete Davidson, who's been dating Kim for the last few months. Davidson started dating Kim around Halloween last year. Things got confrontational for a minute, but it looks like they can be civil. Kim also wished Kanye a happy Father's Day last Sunday. As much as some people enjoy the drama, it's nice to see them put aside their differences for the kids. Basketball is bringing people together. That's a wrap for this video. Has Stephen Curry made it to your top 10 list? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.